Hello and welcome everyone. Today we'll have a discussion about dream. So what is dream? As far as I'm concerned, dream is a message from a subconscious mind to a conscious mind about what we are doing on our day-to-day basis. It's a message about good or bad or something that would happen. Dream is so complicated. It's hard to understand. Many philosophers, scholars unable to explain where this dream comes from and how it's relevant to what you do in your real life. However, they always tell us that a person should always pay attention to his dreams because it's there is a um, unexplained, there is a message hidden in those dreams and you need to manifest it. And I think there is no any community or ethnicity or any tribes in the world that doesn't believe in dreams. Dream has been always a medium to understand one's life. Uh, it's a medium to predict the future of a person, of a family, or of any other individual. It's a message, and I think no one can deny it. If I talk to any people from anywhere in the world, they would say yes, they have some meaning in dreams. And well, the interpretation of the dreams varied from place to place with the people. And however, some dreams are there which have the common meaning, which have the common interpretation. Uh, and now when we discuss about my dreams, how I deal with the dreams, how I deal with the bad dreams, or how I try to interpret, manifest the message from subconscious mind. What I would do that, I remember, um, many times I had a bad dreams, and it often made me anxious, sad. So what I would do is I would think deep about that dream. I will try to manifest it. I will write it down on note, and I will reflect it with my real life. I would see what are the messages, or how it's relevant to real life. For example, if something challenging is happening in my life and I am not, for example, for my personal development or the decision that I'm about to make. So if if a dream comes about something challenging or something I'm struggling to deal in dream. So what I would do is I will write it down or not. I will think about it. I will try to reflect it with my real life, and I came to understand that it's a message. Uh, it's a message that I am actually dealing in real life. However, I have failed to understand um, that it's a challenge for me to take the right decision. So in order to have in order to take a right decision, I will write it down first. I will write down the dreams and what could be the most, optimum, I would say, interpretation of the dream. And then I will write the solution, how I could change it. What are the problems in real life that my subconscious mind is giving its attention or sending me. So that's the whole point. And there are certain dreams where you cannot do anything about it. For example, there are people who dream for someone else. They have these bad dreams about the other person. And however the message, I mean, it's so complicated. It's we have to understand this is not superstitious, but the scientists, the scholars have failed to explain the emergence of dream, where it comes from. So, well, I have seen the people dream for other, you know, they dream, and the next thing is something happens to that person. So they would say, yeah, I have dream about him doing this and that in dream. That means it's a clear message that something would happen to that person, and it's so irrelevant if we focus or pay attention to it, that something that something that's going to happen to one person is reflected in dream of other person. That's so um, it's so I would so I was intimidating, you know. And yeah, when and even in my personal experience, when I talk to my parents, the elders, they would often they have the best interpretation of the dreams, because it's all about the experiences they heard it from um, the other in their community who would say such dreams. And yeah, well, one of the important experiences um, that we have in our family is before my father died. I remember my mother told me she had a very uh, strange or bad dream, or she knows that something was going to happen with my father. I mean, it was inevitable um, when she saw the dream. So what happened was, we had this ritual. We we called a priest who did ritual to on my father. And the next day, we we often say in our community that once we have done the ritual, most of the ritual finished at night. So once we are done with ritual, we need to pay attention to our dream, since the ritual finish at night, we go to sleep, and the next day when you wake up, you think about your dream. you 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 pay attention to what dream you had last night, and according to that, your future would be decided. I mean, something would happen, something good or bad would happen to you. So yeah, we performed a ritual, and then at night my mother saw a dream where my father had packed his stuff, and then he left for a place. We have a place where we call it we believe that if a person, we have a I mean, real place where if we saw in dream that a person crosses that, let's say, river, and go to that particular place. Actually, there is a village, and I mean, numbers of village there, but what people believe is that any person in dream who crosses this river will face death. I mean, the person dies. So my mother saw a dream where my father had packed all his stuff, and then he left for that place. And the next day, when they woke up, three of them were sitting around a fireplace where my mother was. I mean, obviously she was sad, anxious, and she instigated about the dream to 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 the priest, where he said that Um, I thought that our ritual went well, but but he eventually left in my dream. So my mother was telling me that both of them were quiet. Not a single word came from any of um, any of those. I mean, any of the people. And from my father and the priest, both of them were sitting quietly. I mean, like wondering. They have understood, I think. And what happened? And the 2 3 days after, my father left. He he faced. He had to face his destiny. Yeah, this is what my experience with dream. Thank you.